HHDG. Happy New Year. We're on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. Always shout out our crew that makes it happen every week. Rock Vader KB, myself, Wiki, T. Smith, the Mayor, and Skelly Top. Shout out the Facebook group, Hip Hop Discussion Group, aka HHDG. Hope y'all tuning in tonight. We got a great MC come through for tonight from us, coming from my home borough, Shaolin. No, he's been keeping his name out there, and he's not doing that on a sleeper tip. People are reaching out to him. If people are reaching out to you, you got some skills. So much respect on that. I mean, just this week, he's on Supreme Cerebral's and Clipto's new album, Loops 2, The House of Loops. Got a bunch of joints. He's worked with Black Knight, another fellow Shaolin artist, Jamil Honesty. We're going to talk about all this. And just on the cusp of 2022, he dropped an ill joint. Without further ado, coming from Jungle Nils, Squeegie O.
Nils, peace. Pardon my cough.
It's all right.
I mean, love is love.
How you doing tonight?
Thank you for the intro, man. I appreciate that.
Definitely, man. Yeah, man. Tell us, how you been?
Yo, not for nothing. I'm chilling, man. I can't complain. I'm living my best one, you know. Good things for the year. Well, towards the end of the year, everything started picking up. So, like I said, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. As long as shit's picking up, not even just with the music shit, as far as, you know, the personal. So, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the blessing, you know what I'm saying?
Good to hear. Definitely. Now, for those that don't know, I said Jungle Nils. No, not everyone knows most of the Staten Island like that. They just know Park Hill because, you know, the obvious, the woo and everything. But
right.
Tell us coming up in, also known as the Harbor or Marin Harbor.
Shit, man. I'm from Jungle Nils, aka Maze Harbor. You know, the kids, they call it the Big MH now. Harbor World at one point. Marvel houses, whatever. Yeah, I was there majority of my lifetime. I say I busted a move maybe about like my mid-20s, early 30s, but growing up out there, you learn a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the energies and people that I was around. There's a lot of shit that I learned, you know, shit from doing fucked up shit from doing righteous shit. But regardless of what, you know, the game never changed and people never changed. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Like the staple right there. I can't even forget where the fuck I'm from because I still go by it. I check up on Mom Dukes, still in the dirty ass pissy elevators. You know, it's the whole shit of it all. You know, just being around. Sometimes I miss the element, but you know, you gotta realize shit changes as you get older, so you gotta fall back.
You know, I wish a lot of us, you know, could speak on it like that, you know, and understand that, you know, with growth comes, you gotta mature.
Yeah,
you gotta switch it up.
Sometimes it's a difference between keeping it real and keeping it too real. Like you could legit still be you and be real, but sometimes you also have to realize that every situation ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? And the meaning of every situation ain't for you. It's like, shit, as a grown man, you really want to be still sitting outside, chilling, getting in the mix of shit you ain't supposed to be getting into? I don't think so. To go visit is cool, but on some regular everyday shit, it's like, yo, times change. So you got to change the time.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
When I'm ready to.
Now tell us when you really tell us your early spitting days.
All right, so Keep it all the way 100.
What?
I spit my first rhyme about like 1995, 1996. Rest up Doe. He had all DJ equipment and all that shit. I went to go visit him and his mom's one summer, staying at their crib. And he had a like little Casio joint in his closet. So, it played its own little beats to it. But I was sitting up there fucking with it. And literally, I did my own little doo-doo rap kind of shit in his crib. And then it just turned into something where I had a couple homies, my man next door, my man Spunk, shout out to him. And my man Tone, shout out to him. They would come by my crib every day. They knew I had the open lab. Mom Dukes is at work. My pops is out doing whatever he doing. So I'm in the crib blasting music all day. They got the stereo with the mic on the inside. So they bring the stereo over. I got the stereo on the other side playing instrumentals. And then we would just be sitting up there bullshitting around, writing silly shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really think about it or take this shit kind of serious until I say about 06, 07, I was having a conversation with one of my people. We just outside bullshitting around doing regular shit. And he's like, yo, I know you've been going to the studio. I was working with my boy E Rose. He was always in the studio heavy. Like, he's a rap fucking machine. All this kid did all day was freestyle rap off the top of the dome, no matter what, anytime, all time. So I kept up with him because he was always in the rap shit, even though I was on my outside shit. And him and his cousin and my other man, they're like, nah, son, keep fucking with the music. You never know what the possibility could be. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just keep recording. I started working on a tape with my man, Agent Blur, called The Edge of No Bread. And what wound up happening was I had found out a link through Chamber Music. I forgot dude's name, but shout out to him. He was like the major head over there at Chamber Music Records. And in the process of putting the record out, I really wanted to put the record out. But, neighborhood bullshit, you don't really be paying attention to how you do things. You're just trying to get things together. And at that time, putting music on the internet, it was easy, but it was still like certain situations you had to go through. Like, if you wanted to push it on that piff, you had to officially have an account, shit like that. You just couldn't sign up, put up music, and then you drop. So I linked up with them. We spoke, put my tape out, and then after that, I was like, yo, I can actually do this shit. I didn't even make no money off that album, but it was just the fact of the response afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I had different people, different areas, not just in Staten Island, but then I had people in Jersey hollering at me. Then you get people from down south, yo, I fucks with that shit. It's cool, boom, boom, boom. So as the growth of the people is just the more the feed and the hunger to make music. And it's just been like that ever since, man. Wait, I don't know if my mic went out. No, I can't hear you. I don't know what happened.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was saying I'm glad you brought up Egon Doe because the work that the two of you done together.
Yeah, man, it's deeper than music. That's my flesh right there, man. And it's crazy. It's a crazy situation, but he's really like the figurehead behind really pushing the music, making shit what it was. The slogan was always create the frenzy. So any which way to try to make noise, yo, put that shit out. Let's just put that shit out. Put that shit out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crazy, man. Yeah, y'all put in a lot of work together.
Yeah, man. Yo, because he's big cousin, so I try to keep up with him. You know what I'm saying? And he has so much shit in the cut between making beats and actually recording that it's like, yo, to keep up with him, you had to be a machine because he was on that shit, like on it. So that's where it all really stemmed with me and him. That's just from childhood shit. And it sucks that he can't be around at the moment in time, but I know he's around somehow, some way. So I just keep that in the deeper thought of the chest and just roll with it like that.
Definitely. So since we talking about the two of you right now, gotta speak about the day niggas took over.
Oh, all right. So shout out to Ian Dubs. That's my other cousin. He's the comedian slash R&B singer. He think he's singing shit. I let him do his little cooning or whatever, but he got good heart, good dude. We started set up recording at his crib. This nigga comes by one day. He just got this fresh laptop. Just brought this shit. He's like, yo, I got all these beats on here. I want you to check them out. So we going through beats, and it's like he's playing me shit, but as he's playing me music, he's making beats. So it's hard to really pay attention to what you're making and what you're trying to play me, because I'm getting hyped off what you're making and what you're playing me. That shit's kind of dope, but I want to see how you finish that to completion. So I left him alone for like a good week. We were still sitting there recording, fucking around, making music, whatever. And then he left a hard drive over, and I ain't see him for like almost like a month or two. And the elements that I picked from that hard drive is what made the day the nigga took over. I sat down really because I just wanted it to be on some like real like lyrical wild hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? Something like in the essence of some Styles P. I mean, not Styles P, more some Sean P type shit. So what winds up happening is in the mix of fucking around on the internet, I find the dude, what is that? The Reverend X, the ghetto pastor dude from California. So I took some of them samples and threw that on there, and yo, the magic just happened. I came back to him. It's like, yo, listen to this shit. Check this out. Yo, we was drunk as shit, and he was just bugging. He was like, oh, nah, I love that shit. That shit is dope. Let's put it out. Let's put it out. Fuck it, let's put it out. I wish we would have pushed a little more further to it, but regardless of what, it was still a dope tape. They definitely got received as well from a nice amount of dope people, you know what I'm saying? That was appreciated. But yeah, I like that tape. I just wish that my mixing was a little bit better. I was still in my early stages of mixing when I mixed that tape. So, and we don't have none of those files. So for me to try to go back and master any of that shit is a dub. But if I would have had the chance, I definitely would have remastered all that shit, put all that shit together nice. Because that shit was crazy. I mean, if you haven't heard it, please check that shit out. That's something in the catalog. I would definitely say one of my 5. I would say check out definitely.
Yeah, one of my favorites was Squeege's Christ.
Yeah. Yo, that beat is crazy. Ooh, yo, yeah, that shit was crazy. I think somebody else had that beat and they never got a chance to use it, so I just snatched that shit. Yeah, I'm rocking with that. Yeah. That,
and then go ahead. I was gonna say, you did there was also a bonus track on there you did with New Jersey producer.
Yeah, the Custodian of the Records. Shout out to him, man. Yeah, give me your love. Shout out to Custodian of the Records. He's a good dude, man. I fuck with him on the humbug. Shit, that link was definitely an insane link as well. I was in the middle of making a tape, Dal Lockman versus the World. The record Awkward Fuck I originally found off Bandcamp, off one of his tapes. I think it was She Hates Me, the instrumental tape that he put out. I put the record together. I didn't want to just be on some greaseball shit and just throw the record out, so I tried to find him. He was like, "Oh, this is cool. I fucked with it. It's dope." And then we had like a little run. We had a couple records that we put together. Nothing really came out and stuck. I think we have the joint, me and Egon, what is it? East Coast Memoirs. That shit. That was one of his beats too, as well. You know what I'm saying? And then I think there was something else I did on Brown Paper Bag, or I think it was a skit that I used on Brown Paper Bag. But yeah, Custodian is definitely a dope dude. He invited me out to Jersey to do a show and shit. Humble man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he stayed putting out some good work too. And then
yeah, man. Over the years, he's always his beats are just like it reminds you of like some real television skit,
Yep.
but lo-fi ill boom bap shit. It's like nah. You gotta bring that back. That shit is just ill right there. You know what I'm saying? So he got the ill potential. And everything he puts out that he been working with, everybody he been working with, is all smoke. So I'm happy to see
Yep.
him advance and do his shit as well.
Definitely. Shout him out.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to him, man. And yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite projects he did was with Nebraska MC Sleep Sinatra.
Okay. I've seen
That
his
was
videos. I've heard some
what
of
was
his
it?
shit.
Sources of Nature.
Okay. I
Yeah.
gotta see some more.
Definitely. Yeah. He got some nice work out there too.
Yeah. I've seen him on a couple of different playlists. I think there was one joint I caught. I think it was on on records tape that I
Hmm.
just was on. I think he had something on there. It was either him. No, was it either him or Sage? No, I don't even remember who that was. But I think it was him. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now you did a video um, last year with HDM
mhm.
hype the man.
Yeah, the
Now
OG.
now before you even go into this, I got shout out my uncle who got me into DJing in the probably say like the early '90s. You know, I was carrying equipment and stuff like that, and I started getting my own stuff. A few years later, like in the mid to late '90s. But
Right.
when I still have the professional.
Yo. Yo, that's lit shit. That's definitely lit shit. Shout out to Hype. Hype's he's like an influence. You know what I mean? Because we'd be outside and we'd be watching him and June Jack. They'd be across the street doing they rap shit, getting they shit off. He reached out to me. He's like, yo, I gotta fuck with you. I always fucks with you. I need you to jump on the joint. I said, yo, fuck it.
Mm,
I got the beat. Originally, it was some other beat, but somebody had already snatched it. And then I caught wind of that one in my email. I was like, nah, I'll smoke this definitely. And then, it was just legit shit. I hype. He always been on some big homie shit. I mean, he's been the
that's
influence.
dope, man.
Even back when we was rhyming on the tapes, like we would take the instrumentals from the record or whatever he had. Like he used to give my man E Good instrumental tapes, and then we be at E Good's house recording and shit. So it's like
Dope.
that's brain right there.
Yeah, and for those that are tuning in, we talking about the track Melodrama.
Oh yeah. Check that, please. Check that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up in the links for them.
Word, some 5 verses.
Yeah. And how'd you link up with Paca? That's another person that be on all of the new music too. Paca the Vibe.
He caught me with FNTG from Niggas to Gods.
Okay.
He hit me up and he asked me if he could post it. And then ever since then, it's like, yo, anything I put together, I would put him. I'm saying he's a nice
Mm-hmm.
on the audience, and it's just nothing but raw hip hop. So, yo, keep that plug, keep working. Shout out to Packer, man. He's a good brother, and he always asks for permission before he put out anything. That's the best shit about him. Like some people, they just be wilding. Like there's a site. I don't even want to big them bum ass niggas up, but
Nah, don't even put their name out there.
and shit. And it's like, yo, it's foul because they out here making fake shit. And it's like, nah, that ain't even legit. And like, he's one of the very few. He reach out, be like, yo, before I even fuck with this, can I do it? Like, yeah, fuck that. Go ahead, man. All love and respect. Because it brings in a new following, which I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that people are receiving the message. I mean,
Yeah, he's a genuine. He's genuine.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's funny that you brought that up. I think I put that the people on blast before on Twitter that you talking about. And I was like,
Word,
wow,
man.
they really went all out like that.
Yeah, and it's like it's insane. And the fucked up part about it is, even I've reached out before. This is nothing new. I've reached out to these people before, like, yo, not for nothing, you need to take my shit down. Because if you're not giving me no proceeds off that, nah, I need that shit removed. And I guess they realize and then they take the shit down. But it's just whack. Like, yo, if you want to do that shit, yo, talk to me right. We can make a profit off this. If you really got an audience like that and you making sales like that, so then you really banking off my shit and using my shit to make money, give me my profit off that. And not just me, there's other they keep profit.
Others, yeah,
And that shit is just whack too, in a sense. Like, why you just taking niggas' music? You know what I'm saying? But then in the same sense, it all falls into the ties of dealing with streaming and the band camp and all that other shit. It's like to a point where now you gotta have your own shit and just lock it down and just
yeah.
hope that whoever purchases what you got don't go into the mode of bootlegging your shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, though. Shout out to Bootlegger. I hope somebody paying attention over there. Just make sure you rub me my coin, goddamn.
Go.
Yo, real shit.
Yep,
Rub me
yep,
my coin.
yeah. Let's keep it stat now and talk about linking up with Jamil Honesty.
Uh, um, that's another situation that's grave. Fun fact: he used to live on the 5th floor in an apartment above me in like the late 80s. I say like 88, 89. His stepfather and my father used to hang out. They was drinking buddies and shit. So he wound up moving. I think he went to West Brighton, and then he had moved down to Maryland or whatever the case may be. I
Mm-hmm.
say fast forward 2010, 2011. That was the door opener. You know what I'm saying? And we linked back up. We was kicking conversation. I remember you from such. Boom, yeah. And we started kicking it again. Rolling with shit. He would send me beats. He was making beats at the time, even though he was rapping. He was heavy on making beats. Shit. I think I froze. I don't know if I froze or not. But
No, you good.
he did I think it was Part of My French or the French Connection. I forgot the producer's name, and he was going back of beats.
Yep.
Wait, I'm still there.
Yeah, you still here.
Wait, I'm still there. Alright, because it froze on my end for a quick second. But yeah, all right. So he did that tape. Then fast forward, he started doing modern music. Then we started linking back up again. Like, yo, boom, yeah, kicking the shit, passing music back and forth. He sent me the Marines, and then from the Marines, yo, we just been bodying shit ever since. I mean, shout out Supreme Cerebral, because him and Hobgoblin, because that was my first introduction to the both of them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was the door opener right there. And then
Definitely.
hell yeah. And then like I said, we just been working on records. Then we finally decided, due to the grace of Southern Vanguard, because they kind of talked it up. Shout out Southern Vanguard.
Shout them out. John Doe and E. Yes, indeed.
They asked about a Harvard Kid tape. Then I ended up like, yo, let's really do a Harvard Kid tape. He's like, nah, I'm fucking with it. And we've been working on this tape, like really putting it together and giving each other feedback back and forth, and we want to put together something that's cohesive and it's gonna stick to your rib. And that's basically what we've been working on. And hopefully I'm gonna go maybe spring, summer, maybe before then, we'll have the complete product and it'll be in the hand of everybody. I
There you
mean,
go.
so hey, yeah, shout out to him, man, because he's out here fucking making the wave. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? on some real shit. And yo, that's my homie. I'm glad to see him win. It was real.
Absolutely.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah. Word.
Yeah, when he moved out to the West, that was where I was living at.
A word?
Yeah.
Oh shit, where was you at in West Brighton?
And Malcolm Holmes.
Okay, the old
Yeah.
yes.
The old, yeah.
Malcolm Holmes type shit. I remember them joints, man. Damn. The good, well, it was wild, but it was still a good
Yeah, it was
time.
wild. Yeah, it was still yeah.
Real shit, man.
Yep.
Wow, that's a nice fun fact to know. Shit.
Yep. Now speaking of Harvard kids, that last track that y'all dropped, crazy.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. And shout out to Grasshopper. He killed them cuts on there.
Yeah, shout out Grasshopper on the cuts. Shout out 88 Bless on the
88 blessed. Yes,
production.
indeed.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Yo, yeah, my email be interesting sometimes, man. That was an interesting time for my email. It caught me on a good night too. I was just chilling. This nigga Jamel swallowed his verse. And this is before we even had scratches and all that shit. It was just bless this guy. He got a vibe to his shit that is just like, yo, this shit is just crazy. And yeah, I had to smoke that shit, man. I definitely had to smoke that shit. But I'm glad that it's catching and it's rocking with folks and shit. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling this nigga Jamel, like, yo, son, that shit could be on some like 2K type shit. You just gotta clean it up. You know what I mean? But yeah, that shit is crazy. Shout out 80 Plus, shout out Grasshopper, man. They definitely put the fine funk on that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, shout out Southern Vanguard. They played it about a week ago on episode 309.
Yeah. I peeped it, man. I just fucks with their whole vibe, man. Shout out to them, yo.
Dope. Now, since you said Hobgoblin,
Yeah.
and Supreme Cerebral were a link up between Jamil Honesty, you got to talk about your track on The Awakening.
Boom. All right. Yeah. Okay. Interesting fun fact. Originally, Hob sent me a different beat. I wrote to it, put some shit to it, and I was like, yo, hey, take that. Never got like really caught up in the politics of the record. It was like, yo, I put the verse to it, it's dope. I'm gonna see what happens. Before he put the tape out, I say like a month or two before he put the tape out, he's like, yo, I didn't use your verse on that joint, but I put it together on this joint. Tell me how it sounds. He was telling me who was on the joint. I was like, oh, nah. I think that's gonna go. And then when I heard the joint in its entirety, I was like, oh, nah, that shit is ill. That shit is definitely ill. The way the verse came in and went with everybody's shit in sync, it was like, yeah. So shout out to Hob. Yeah, I can't even say much, but shout out to Hob.
Okay.
Because yeah, shout out to Hob. He just recently sent me some shit to smoke, and that's just how I'm gonna go with that.
Oh man.
With that. Yeah, shout out to Hob though. I mean, definitely.
Dope.
Word.
Now, just before 2022 started,
right?
You dropped the project.
Yeah.
With Black Knight.
Yes. Shout out to brother 919 Black Knight. Yo,
Brown Nigga Blues.
Yeah. It's interesting because to be perfectly honest with you, there's more to that project. I just didn't feel the purpose of putting it out because some of that shit was just too deep. You know, I had a very interesting year, both on the positive and the negative note. So, Knight was just sending me a lot of shit, and I had vented on a lot of records. But for some reason, those 6 on the late night drive home from work, they stuck with me. And I really wasn't even going to drop no shit, but I was like, it's the end of the year. I haven't really put out no music since the sample EP, you know what I'm saying? And there was a whole bunch of shit around that. I'm not gonna go into that and go there. But regardless of what, I was like, nah, let me throw something out. Just throw it out there. So you look at it like this. If I throw it out at the end of the year, at least in the beginning of the year, you throw some records around, it'll catch traction. That's your record for the first quarter. If I decide to throw out another record, I could throw out another record. If not, I could just fucking bullshit around, throw some singles around. There's more than enough of Black Knight shit with me that I can continuously put shit together. But it was just a whole lot of deep shit boiled into one process, and I didn't really want to force nobody with the digestion of that. So I took those 6 and I said, yo, this is it. This is brown nigga blues. This is what you sip your brew and you sip your liquor. And this is the shit that you listen to just to pass the time. You know, kick a vibe. Maybe you might catch a flashback. Maybe, you know, you could relate. If you don't relate, regardless, I just want you to, you know, feel that vibe, that outside OG kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And yo, not for nothing. I like how it came out. The response for it has been pretty dope. You know, a couple of records have been floating around. Shout out to Substance 810, the good brother. You know what I'm saying? For shooting me that verse for that Tony's Prime. He's very sharp, very efficient brother, man.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
And I was just happy that he took part in that because he definitely slaughtered the fuck out of that record. You know what I'm saying? And I got my last vocal from Egon. Originally he recorded that record and that was supposed to go on something that Knight was trying to put together. And after his passing, I was just sitting there just trying to figure something out. And then when I played the record, I was just like, all right, well, fuck it. You know, this is the last hurrah, but you don't look at it as the last hurrah. You look at it as, you know, this is the final scene. You know, we've always been on the scene 1, scene 2. So it's like it's the final scene, but he wanted to name it Bumfleet Bogard, so I kept the title. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, go play that shit. That's all I can say, really. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. If you have heard it, you know, tell people to check that shit out. Keep playing that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you rock with it, you rock with it. I'm appreciative of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just put that in the comments.
yes, man. That shit.
Now, for me, I got put on to Black Knight through Teller Banks out of Des Moines.
Yeah. Shout out to Banks. He's dope. He got some ill shit. I mean, I caught on him the same way. I caught on to him. Knight was telling me about him. I listened to The Call and the Chosen. That's the name of that shit. And he went the fuck off. His voice is very unique. You know what I'm saying? And the way he can formulate and spin his shit, it's just ill. It's ill. I mean, shout him out.
Yep. And we got to talk about Black Dust since we talking about Black Knight.
Oh, that's my interpretation of villain music right there, man. That was my COVID-19 baby. You know what I mean? I was kind of in a situation where, you know, I was just in a spot where I was like, yo, since the big response from FNTG was so dope and, you know, everybody was really on the conscious tip, they liked the message behind it. I was like, all right, I gave y'all the message, but I still want y'all to get the understanding that I got these bars, though. You know what I mean? In the process of working on FNTV, Knight was sending me records, and the first record we worked on was True Lies. And then after that, I was just picking beat selecting. He would just send me shit, email. Yo, here, take this. You fuck with this. If it stuck, it stuck. If it didn't, yo, I fucks with it, but it ain't my cup of tea. And like I said, that whole theme of villain music. I wanted that dark presence, like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I want you to feel the way when you listen to this shit. I want you to be like, nah. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear nothing else you playing. I don't want to hear shit else you playing. I just want to hear that shit. I want to probably do a looting and then go back home and drink a brew, listen to this shit. Then chill with my lady or some shit. Like the whole blend of it, it was still villain fucking music, man. Especially with all the COVID, the lives matter bullshit with the riots and all the other shit, and everybody boosting and thieving, and that was the perfect time. I just wanted to give that vibe for that vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And with the names of the tracks and with the whole vibe that the album gives, it feels like each track is a chapter.
Right.
Through it.
I mean, that's kind of what I wanted it to be, like Black Joker kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I went and used them samples. I just wanted to chop and screw them shit, just to give it a little bit of like a twisted kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my shit. That's another one in my top 5. So that's 2 right there. They niggas took over. Black belts, definitely. I mean, shit.
And in the same year, 2020,
Right.
we were speaking about it.
Yeah,
Niggas of Gods.
From Niggas of Gods, man.
I got to shout out P80 Park, Deeply Rooted Hip Hop. He allowed me to do that review.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate you for that, man. When I had caught wind of it, I was like, oh shit. And it was like in detail, pretty much, you know, kind of the tone I was trying to set. You know, I was really in a dark place making that album. And yeah, it was just the whole process, you know, whether you live or you die, you know, however you move, we all evolve from niggas to gods. You know what I'm saying? Because without evolution, you'll never grow. So you got to put yourself in perspective. That was me trying to grow on record. You know what I'm saying? And in a sense, from that record, personally, I did grow, you know, and it was a stress reliever for me because that was some real deep shit I was going through at that time. You know, I had just lost my daughter. You know, we was having other issues with certain shit, and I hadn't really put nothing out. I think the last thing I had put out before that was Dow Lockman, like the Dow Lockman EP. I think that was the last
EP, okay.
So it was more so of a mindset of I need to put some music together, and P Solo fucking he gave me the illest soundtrack. Shout out P Soloist, man. He is fucking gem and gold because he was very patient and we really sat down hand in hand, like really trying to put that shit together and make it cohesive, man. Definitely shout out to him. He gave me a very well-rounded project that people still like to talk about and jump on, and I'm appreciative of that shit. He's dope with that shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
it seemed like he was around at the right time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Going on in your life, yeah.
Hell yeah, he came at a point where I kind of needed it, and the vibe just fit right. I think the first record that I wrote for that project was Flesh Eating Bobby. I had just came back from some shit. I think it was a orientation or whatever. And I was kind of in the shitty mood, and then he was like, "Yo, I got some beat pack. I'm gonna send you. I want to send you some more beats." I was like, "I bet." When that shit came on, I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah!" I mean, start creeping around the corner, cut your head off, clean bean. Like, yeah, man. He gave me that vibe. I appreciate that vibe, man.
Now you just remind me of something I wanted to I guess talk about now before I forget.
Okay,
you last year on IG Live, you linked up with NY Oil.
Oh,
He did that joint on the spot.
yeah. That's the OG, man. Yo, I fucks with NY Oil, man. He's like one of the pillars from the island. In a sense, they don't give him enough credit. But to me, he's well-rounded superhero type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we've always like kept in connection. You know what I'm saying? He was doing shows. I know he was doing the PEMG. You know, I would come around, come link with him a few times, whatever the case may be. He had shot a video for me at one point and did some editing. And he's always been a dope dude. So when he started to do Collab Lab, I had
Yeah.
reached out, like, you know, well, what's the process? How to do this? You know, I wouldn't mind figuring out how we do this. You know, I fucks with you. He called me up, yo. This is it. This is the itinerary. Boom, boom, boom. You down to do it? I said, hell yeah, do this shit. You know what I'm saying? We put the record together. I mean, he still got the record. We said we was gonna do some more shit, so we're hoping to bang around and do some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the OG though, definitely, because he needs to get his flowers and his props. People don't give him enough fucking credit. Man.
Most definitely, yeah.
Giving the UMCs, man.
Yeah. And you brought up PMG. That's you know, he put. I appreciate what he was doing with that. He put a lot of people on.
Hell yeah, man. He gave them kids a dope platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then when he was doing the ciphers and he was putting the ciphers together, that gave an intention for, you know, folks to not be on some silly shit. You're gonna be from this hood, from that hood, whatever. You're gonna come in here, you're gonna spit your shit, but you're gonna come in here with respect. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And yo, always been his MO. So
yep.
Definitely.
And because of that, I seen quite often an early sick in the head.
Oh yes.
Because of that.
Yes, man. Indeed. The child prodigy.
Yes, yep. Yes, indeed. Gotta shout him out. And I gotta shout him out for second generation Woo. Not too many people know about this.
Oh no. I know something about it. I did a little engineering on that project as well. Mm-hmm. So shout out to
Tell them about it.
Shout out to Intel. Shout out to Intel. Shout out Power. You know what I'm saying? The whole second generation Woo. I was good time to put that shit together. You know, Intel know what he want to do. He got his shit set, and I think it was a brilliant idea. Why not?
Yeah.
Shit. Put your shit together, formulate, make it dope, man. So, yeah, people got that young too. Oh shit.
Yes, indeed.
Hell yeah, man.
Now we spoke about some influences from our borough. Yeah. Tell us some of your other influences.
Oh man, I've always been a fan of mad different shit. Like early M, I'll definitely say early M. You know, Slim Shady, How My Name Is, all the wild shit. I've always been heavy on the West Coast. I love Snoop Dogg shit. You know what I'm saying? Snoop shit always had a vibe to it. I mean, of course, you gotta go with the grain. The Woo shit always been the staple. You know, that's been the sound. That's been the vibe. And I like to skirt down south. You know, I like Outkast. What they contributed to hip hop was dope. What 3 6 Mafia contributed to hip hop was dope. Nas has always been top tier to me. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's pen is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit I couldn't get with, but overall, there's a lot of shit that he dropped that, yo, it's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I would say some of those dudes, MF Doom, heavy Doom fan, man. Fucking Sean Price, The Locks, fucking Mobb Deep, fucking Havoc and P shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm from that era, the whole DJ Clue tapes, you know what I'm saying? 96, 97 shit. So that era, that essence, that's the influence. You know what I'm saying? Because I think to me, that was the most blended time in hip hop. You had the West Coast doing their shit. Tupac and them, they was bumping. They had their shit going. You had Outkast and Dungeon Family. They was doing their shit. They was bubbling. Of course, on this end, you know all the powerhouses that everybody was rocking. Rockefeller, the Wu had their shit running at the time. Nas was heavy on the radio and shit. Redman was still rocking. Shout out to fucking Jersey. You know what I'm saying? That's my influence. That era. You know what I'm saying? The artists from that era. That's the mold. You know what I'm saying? I studied all that shit. I sat there, BET, fucking Uncut, Rap City, MTV Jams. I soaked all that shit up. Watched all the videos just to try to develop my own shit. You know what I mean? That's my influence for real. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Did you get a chance to see the Video Music Box documentary?
No, I have not. But then again, I ain't really had no damn time, man. So you gave me something to do because I got a 3-day weekend now. So I'll sit with the
There you
baby.
go.
Maybe the baby he let me watch it. I'll put it on and get a chance to watch it. Or if not, I'll just wait till he sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Now, in my intro, I spoke about your guest feature on Supreme Cerebral and Clipto's The Loops 2.
Yeah. Cuz D. Yeah, I've been playing that shit like crazy. Shout out to Supreme, man. Shout out to him. He gave me the ball. He said, yo, I want to throw you on something. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, send me the email. He sent me that shit. But I think I took a couple sips of some rock, wrote that shit down, and just gave my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that. It's that ghetto truth shit. You know what I'm saying? The end of the day, it cut deep. I wanted to give my reason why that shit cut deep, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be PGO. I just wanted to fuck around with music. Everything else just happened to fall in place. I mean, but yeah, I'm glad I got a chance to hop on that record. Shout out to him. Shout out to Flashes Clay. Yo, yeah.
Man, Flashes. That's another dude that people keep sleeping on. Crazy.
Nah, not for nothing. I'm about to get into him because after hearing this verse, I was like, nah, I gotta fuck with his shit. Definitely.
Yeah. I got a crazy story. Back before Griselda really was blowing up, and they was actually shipping out, their physical CDs themselves.
Yeah,
I used to talk back and forth with Conway through emails, and it was around the time that he produced Flashes produced a track that he was on, and Conway. I asked him Conway about it. He didn't really know the dude, but I knew a little bit about him at the time. He linked up with him and everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got his ball game is ill, man. That verse was dope. I need to hear more. I'm going to dig into my shit. I like to dig into other people's catalog, man.
Yeah, matter of fact, he put out I wouldn't call it a mix. Yeah, you can call it a mixtape. Okay. It came out recently. I'm gonna send you a link to that. It's on SoundCloud.
Yeah, definitely. Please do, man. I want to check that shit out.
Yeah. Definitely. And another thing I was talking about in the intro was people are noticing your skills, and they've been reaching out, and you've been doing some ill guest features. You did some work with Prophecy Allison out of Toronto.
Yeah. Shout him out, man.
You work with G-Fan Black.
Yeah. That's the good brother. Shout out G-Fan, man. In the clutch. Me, him, and Prime Prolific. Shout out Prime Prolific. Me and him go way back too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out my Jersey folk on some real shit. Him and fucking Ben Working, aka Rich from the sticks. Real shit. Yeah, man. Not for nothing. All about, I'm all about the music, man.
Mm.
So many motherfuckers be trying to be in competition. They trying to make this shit a sport. Yeah, indeed. This shit should be like boxing, lyrically. You giving
Yeah,
your poetic parts of it. You talking your truth. You saying your shit. Lyrically, yeah, that shit should be the sparring match of the year. But the end result is like, yo, people want to work. People work. You know what I mean? And I'm one of them. Like, yo, I tax niggas like how they said it on the Woo Forever album. I tax niggas for free or fee. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter to me as long as the vibe is correct. But it gotta be correct. And everybody I work with, even just recently I got the record with Doc Terra and Indigo Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope record as well. Yo, it's all about the build. I'm more the
yeah,
build. Cause the more you build, the more you get to pay attention. The message get across. That's my whole shit. The rap shit, it's more about the message. Even if I ain't saying shit, I just want to entertain you for you to come as a message to everything. You just gotta be paying attention. I mean,
right.
and I'm just happy, motherfuckers. It's like, yo, give me your thoughts. Yeah, fuck that. I give you my thoughts. Why not? Shit, we can do this together. For real though, man. I
Yep.
mean, it's been paying off. So
Yeah, definitely.
I'm definitely
And
grateful
and
for
it's
that.
not yeah, and it's not just the MCs that are paying attention. You're getting heavy rotation on the
Nah,
DJs too.
exactly with the DJs, the producers. I've had a couple of other DMs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just gives me more drive to go. Yo, fuck it. I'm gonna keep going until somebody knocks me off my axis. You know what I'm saying? When the universe is ready for me to get off my plateau to stop this shit, I'll stop it.
Hmm.
For right now, yo, while my hand's still hot, my brain's still working, and I still got the energy physically and mentally to do it, yo, I'm burning shit.
Keep
I
going.
mean,
Yep.
come if you want to come join me, you want me to come join the party with you, it's not a problem. If you don't invite me to the party, it's no love lost. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still gonna be out here burning shit. On some real shit.
Definitely, definitely. Tell us about the hashtag New Shaolin.
Ah, yes, that was yeah. Shout out Ultra Beast. That was the movement. Me and my man Chief Encore, we put that together. We were working on the Kumite, number 3 in my top 5. After we worked on that project, he ran up on me. He was like, "Yo, I had a vision. I was in my bed sleep. I woke up. I grabbed this milk carton and it said Ultra Beast." I was like, "What the fuck does that mean? It don't make no sense to me, nigga. It's New Shaolin. New Shaolin, yeah, nigga. New Shaolin." I'm like, "All right." So that was the monarch. At the time, everybody was doing, the Beast Coast, New Brooklyn, New this. Now, fuck that. We New Shaolin. We gonna claim our shit again, and we gonna run with that. And we made a little 6-man posse plus him, so a 7-man clan out of that shit. I mean, shout out my brother Ian McQueen, the good brother IMI, rest of Egon Doe, my brother Mike T, my brother Drew Guns, and of course Encore for making that shit possible. And we put a project out. You can find it. It's Ultimate Beast. It's some raw shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just been sticking with that ever since then because it was like, yo, it was something that we thought about. We put in the universe. I'm one of those. I don't like letting go of shit. So that's what we sticking with. That's how it is. And I'm gonna hold this flag down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride this shit to the wheel fall. And that's how I look at that. Hashtag New Shaolin, whatever the fuck. That's my vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's us. That's what we do.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep that movement going.
Hell yeah, man. Shit, as long as I can. And I'm encouraging my brothers to come back in the field and come play. My brother
Hmm.
Mike T still out here making music. My brother I still out here making music. And McQueen, he comes in and out whenever he's ready. We waiting for Encore to get back on drum machine, and Drew Gunn's been out here smoking shit as well. So we just gotta come back and formulate and put something in the pot and make something fire. Cause that energy there, it's just the lack of ego. But fuck that, he in spirit. So
Always.
hell yeah.
Yep. Last question for tonight.
Go ahead, brother.
Tell us about the name Squeegie O.
All right, so this is how it happened. Shout out to my cousin Tisha, and shout out to her uncle David. May he rest. When he came home from jail, he was hanging out with my mom's and his sister. They would all hang out at his sister's house or whatever. His sister and my mom was his close friend. And yo, I'd be sitting at the computer chilling. And he come in, yo, what's up, Squeegie Mon, Squeegie Mon, Squeegie Mon. I ain't think none of it. I'm like 11, 12 years old. I'm like, yeah, fuck that, Squeegie Mon, Squeegie Mon. Fast forward a couple years later, I wound up going to high school with my cousin Tisha. You know, she in there, she's maybe like a grade or two before me. And since we in the habit every time we hanging out, that's what it is. Yo, Squeegie, Squeegie, Squeegie. So when she said it, a couple of niggas in school started catching on to it. So I had to finesse it. It was just like, yo, what the fuck is a squeegee? Why you call yourself squeegee? Why you call yourself squeegee? And in the young, dumb mind, it made sense. And still to this day, it makes sense. He called me squeegee because, yo, I'm wiping shit the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Originally, Squeegie O is short for squeegiosis. So in a sense, at that time, it was like, yo, I'm the virus. You can't fuck with me. There's no cure. Once you get Squeegie O, the killing it gets over. I took the osis shit off because it didn't work out, and I just stuck with Squeegie O. And over the years, I've got plenty of requests. Change your name. Do you want to change your name? I think you should change your name. Nah, fuck that. I mean, I'm wiping shit out. Why do I need to change my name? You know what I'm saying? And I found a way to flip the O with the oblong. If anybody's familiar with Adult Swim, there was a cartoon called The Oblongs. Everybody,
Yep.
so I just added that on there because it's like, yo, I'm fucked up too, but it is what it is. You know, we all the same. Yo, blood still run the same. You just fucked up, but I'm still wiping shit the fuck out. So I just refuse to change my name, and I'm gonna stick with that shit. You don't like it, whatever. You know what I mean? But that's the origin story behind that, man. Shout out to Uncle David, may he rest, man. He had just passed out the road though, so
yeah. Wiping niggas out.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what the squeegee do, wipe the windows.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Rather than saying y'all wiping windows, I'm wiping niggas out. I used to sit in art class, well, not art class, graphic arts, and I would draw like this guy wiping lyrics off the window. I mean, my art skills is terrible, but it was just the idea. I was just so thrown into this shit. It's like, nah, squeegee, man, squeegee.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Cool. And it was great talking with you tonight.
Nah, much appreciated.
This man has plenty for you to check.
Yeah,
that's currently out.
Yes.
Got more fire projects coming out. Yeah. And if you didn't tune in,
please tune
listen
in
to
now.
it again.
Yes. Right. Get familiar. If you need the spelling, it's SQUEEGIE. Put a space in there and throw an O. I got more than enough work on whatever you listen to on streaming. I got visuals on YouTube. I got work. Can't say I ain't working. Shout out my Bandcamp. It's always good to throw some funds in there. If you don't, whatever. Like I said, I tax niggas for free or fee. I just want you to get the message. So, indeed, tune in. Come join my little psycho secundrum I call life in bars or whatever has it. And yeah, come fuck with a kid, man. Cause I'm coming to get his work. Dead ass.
Real shit. Getting that work.
Hell yeah.
Squeegie O.
Yes, sir. If you
Give
ain't
your
know,
shout outs.
look, um, shit. Shout out whoever tuned in. Shout out my folks. I don't have no fans. I call my peoples my folks. Everybody who tune in, they jump in. That's my folks. So shout out my folks. Um, Shout out the hood. Whoever in tune from the hood, man. It's Harvard Jungle Mills all day. Shout out my little man downstairs and my lady because they downstairs being patient with me, and I'm appreciative of that. And on some Snoop Dogg shit, shout out to me because I'm putting pressure on my own self to put pressure on the back of this game. So fuck it. Let's make this interesting. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's it. And shout out to you, good brother. I thank you for reaching out
Definitely, definitely.
and we putting this together. Indeed. You know what I'm saying? As you can tell, I'm just like all this with the camera and all that other shit is still kind of weird to me, but I make it work.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Definitely, definitely. It's all good. You know, the people get to hear you. You know that
Nah,
that's
definitely,
that's what
definitely.
counts. Yeah,
Word. I'm appreciative you gave me the platform to, do so. So don't worry about it.
absolutely.
And I still got some stuff for you as well. Don't worry about it. I just
All
need
right,
you to come get
definitely.
it.
I'll let, I'll hit you up when I'm around.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
And, and with that,
As always.
yes.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I'm running with
Nah.
you. As you as
Okay. All
you
right.
as you closing out, I'm
I'll,
running with you. I'm a hype man right now.
I'm gonna say, you know, our HHDG Media crew makes this happen week in,
Word,
week out, month after month. And this is what we want. We want the artists, the producers, the DJs, anybody that's affiliated with the music.
word.
Give
Tune
you
in.
your chance to speak and tune in.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Get in tune, son. Get in tune. Shit.
Definitely, definitely. And on that note, we out of here. We're gonna say peace.
Peace. Thank you once again, good brother.